What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Run the Track and Talk. It's so good to be back on here with you guys. It's been a minute, right? It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute since I've been on here. And I just want to welcome you back to another show. We're gonna be doing things a little bit differently in July. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. This will be the last week of our season. Yeah, this will be our last week of our season, and we're hoping to start a new season in July. We'll keep you guys updated on that. But welcome to the show. We have the lovely songstress Giraud is going to be stopping by today on Run the Track and Talk. I am so excited to talk to her. I have I've interviewed Marika before, quite a few years ago. When I was Marika was actually my fifth interview on Kakoti when I had Kakoti with Jael Joseph. That was years ago. Kakoti ended in 2021. So that just tells you how long ago. And Kakoti had a whopping 103, I believe, episodes. Okay, so Kakoti really interviewed people. And Marika was number five. Marika was number five on Kakoti, and I want to encourage you guys. See if you want to know how she got started, you can always hop on my YouTube channel and type in Jael Joseph, Marika Giraud, and the interview is right there for you. I'll probably even bump it up a bit for you guys so that you can familiarize yourself with her before now, because she's famous now. She's famous. I mean, not that she wasn't famous then, but she's more famous now, right? So it's wonderful to have her on Run the Track and Talk. We're going to be talking a little bit more about her music, the music side of the things, getting to know her more musically. All right, so that is the purpose of Run the Track and Talk. That is how we do it. We talk about music, we talk about entertainment, we talk about that good stuff. All right. I want to welcome you if you're just joining me. I want to welcome those of you who are on my YouTube channel. Big up yourself. Love you, love you, love you loads. Thank you very much for coming on. My YouTubers, my Facebookers, my LinkedIners. Good evening to you. Got folks logging on Black Island Girl Facebook page. Got folks logging on 767 Girls Rock Facebook page, because we had to add that piece, because Marika is a 767 girl. Got folks logging in on Jael Joseph on my fan page. Also got folks logging on Jael Joseph live page. So we everywhere. We everywhere. And if you miss this interview, it's because you didn't want to get into it. All right? It's all on you, because we everywhere. So I want to say thank you very much to those of you who are joining us here this evening. It's so good to have you join us for another Run the Track and Talk. Y'all, I'm a bit jet lagged, so bear with me. Like, let me tell you, like, I swear I've been to the UK before. Probably that's something that happens with age. I don't know. But first of all, getting to when I got the day I landed in the UK, I was like feeling like I was on drugs. Like, I just wanted to sleep. Like, okay, granted, it would have been my bedtime when I left. Like, I should have been in bed. And of course, I was shy. I went to go to the damn place. I got TV and everything. And before it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I, I was literally falling asleep everywhere. Like, I was in a pub with my head on the thing, sleeping. I was on the tour bus, sleeping. Like, I was like a complete zombie that first day. I figured, okay, that happened. Moving along. Day I came back, the day I landed back at my current destination, the night of, I got in fairly early. I figured, I'll catch some Z's. I'll be able to sleep. Like, I could sleep a full 10 hours if I needed to sleep. Yeah, right. 10 hours ended up being about 20 hours. And 20 hours, like, I literally, I was in pajamas Friday, I was in pajamas Saturday, I was in pajamas Sunday. And my bottoms, I still in pajamas. Like I still in pajamas. I just changed my top. I still in pajamas. It has been rough getting out of the funk of being in London. Trust and believe. But I'm happy to be back on here with you guys. I'm happy to be able to share another story on here with you. And I hope you guys share the live. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Don't come them vague and not share the live. Share the live. As soon as you hop on, share the live. I see Tara. Tara is on the live. Good evening, Tara. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Tara is usually on every live. So she's on Facebook, she's on YouTube. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how. Tara, how do you go? Me too. How do you do? You have a one device on Facebook and one on YouTube. I don't understand. I don't understand. But yeah, welcome, guys, and thank you very much for joining us. We want to get straight into the interview. We've got about an hour here, and we want to get as much as we can from MC. MC is what I call it. Mary Claire. Mary Claire is going to be joining us in just a little bit. We're going to take a short break because I want you guys to study live. Yes, you study live. We're going to take a short break. We're going to pay some bills. And when we come back, we're going to be talking to Mary Claire Giraud right here on Burn the Chat. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? I hope you're ready. Because I'm ready to get the show on the road. So let's take a break, pay some bills, and we're going to come back right after this.
I get up.
Boy, I hungry.
Wait, come see that.
Take advantage of Perky's Pizza's college student discount. Spend $10 to $50 and get 10% off, or spend 51 and up for a 15% discount. Flash your ID and save big today.
You want quality products, we have that. You want quality services, we have that too. Our services will help make your dreams come true. That's a fact. Hurry now to NCCU, your community financial partner. NCCU.
We're back, guys. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Share the live. Hopefully, you guys have shared the live. I saw a few of you came on and you've been sharing the live. Just to remind you, and I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors, the National Cooperative Credit Union and Perky's Pizza. Thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you very much for sharing with us, and being able to support this vibe, my vibe, as well as all the other folks who come on here. I just want to say thank you very much. Of course, the National Cooperative Credit Union, they are continuing to do amazing things. So you have the Get It Now promotion that continues throughout the summer. You can access $10,000, no security, no hassle. And let me just let me tell you all something. For this trip, I did access the Get It Now, and it was quick. Let me tell you, it was quick, 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 quick. That thing happened so quick. Yeah, because I have a policy. I don't like to use my money for me to do nothing. I prefer to use other people's money. And that Get It Now promotion worked out wonders for me. All right. I want to encourage you guys, as somebody who's actually used it and benefited from it, to go and take advantage of the Get It Now, especially if you have things that you need to get. And back to school is coming up. I'm one. I don't like to wait till August to do back to school. I prefer to do back to school right at the end of June. I do all my back to school. The only thing I probably sometimes don't really do is the shoe shopping, because those boys, their figures go during the summer. But go ahead and take advantage. Don't wait. Get it now at NCCU and make your summer goals happen. And I also want to say thank you very much to Perky's Pizza. If you're craving pizza, skip the line. You can order Perky's Pizza online at perkysPizza.online. And y'all already know. If you followed me here, my children, that's their favorite food, their favorite meal in the world. And not just because it is pizza, but it's because it's Perky's Pizza. Because I've tried them with other pizzas and they always say, Mommy, please, can you please go back to Perky's Pizza? They've actually asked me if I can own shares in Perky's. Giovanni wants shares in Perky's Pizza, and Giovanni's wanted shares in Perky's Pizza for quite some time. Robbie, what you trying now? We open up the shares so we can, we can support the vibes. Of course, you can order online, no lines, no hassles, just hot, delicious food delivered to your door. So check out Perky's Pizza.online to order, and they still have going on throughout up until the end of, I believe, up until the end of this month. Students can flash their ID and get their discount. You get your discount at Perky's Pizza. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the show? Are you guys ready for MC? Ready for MC? Let us know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know where you tuned in from. Let me know where you locked in from. I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to know where you're tuned in from, where you're listening to us from. All right. So let's get ready for MC. Now, if you were in Dominica in May, you would have seen Markle perform at the Jazz and Creole. And let me tell you, first of all, this was long overdue. It was like long overdue, and that is probably the first thing I said when I did my review. I was like, that should have happened, because I believe they were celebrating like 15 years or something like that. Because wait, 13 years, something like that. It's a good amount of years. And I'm like, we have a jazz sensation like Mark, who's been performing in New York for eons, I swear to God. And you don't have a Yet Girl Festival, but I'm so happy they did. I'm happy that she got to perform, and I want to welcome for the second time on my show, but the first time on Run the Track and Talk. Let's show some love to Markle. Hi,
Jael, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I am well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's finally warm in New York.
It's finally warm. It's more like hot. That's a DFA.
I'll take it. I'll take it because it took forever for Winter to leave.
Wow, we getting a little bit of break up in your audio. I'm not sure what's causing that. Like your audio sounds a little like it has like static in the audio. I don't know if you're
And that's what I'm hearing from you as well. We're hearing it. Yes. And I don't know what that is.
how you're hearing us. Let us know if you're hearing us okay, because sometimes we might be hearing ourselves messed up. Because I'm hearing what you're saying. I just hear like a crackling, like it's almost like it's.
And I hear it from you too. I hear it crackling too.
Yeah, let us know what you guys are hearing. I'm looking at the live. Let us know if you're hearing us okay. If you're hearing us okay, we will continue. Because we're hearing each other. We just hearing it just sounds like as if we almost in like what is that name of the listening?
Yes, yes, that's it.
Listening from Portsmouth, UK. Big up yourself, Amy. Amy, what time is it? I was just talking about the UK. Amy's in the UK right now and she's locked in. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for tuning in and thank you very much for sharing. Let me know if you guys. Somebody says her mic. Who's mic, Tara? My mic, her mic. You're not hearing her properly. Just let me know if you're not hearing properly. Shara says it's scorching in New York. She don't know what you're talking about. She don't know that heat. Marco, do me a favor. Let's see how we can make this work just for everyone. Hop off, just click on the link and hop back on. All right. Let's see how we can do this just to make it work. So we'll see you in a bit. We'll see you back in a bit. Yes, let me know. Drop and let me know where you guys are locked in from. Shara, we know you're in New York and it is hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's like how many degrees? Let me see. Let me go check my I'm gonna check my weather app to let you guys know because y'all might think that it's all peachy cream. It's 30 degrees Celsius right now. Like 30 degrees Celsius. That is hot. That is hot. Right. And sometimes 30 degrees feels like 45. All right. So Margaret has come back. So let's see. Margaret.
I don't know what that is.
Ayola suggests your fan. Maybe you're in front of the daddy. Now that's what Ayola suggested.
Okay, I turned off the fan.
We hear you better.
No, it's still cracking.
It's still cracky, yes. It's still cracky. And we did do a test run, and it was fine. When we did the test run, I don't know why it wants to be all cracky. We don't understand. You guys hearing us? We're ready to roll. We're ready to go. We're ready to get that interview on the road and talk to Marie Claire. Marie Claire, the last time you were here was like 2018.
2019.
No, it was 2018. Yeah, I believe it was 2018. It was was it 2018? I think it was 2018. I think it was around May of 2018, but that was a long time ago. And so much has happened since then. You were one of my early guests, and I just want to say thank you very much to you for agreeing to be interviewed then, because I was very new in terms of doing this sort of. Well, I was actually the first who started doing this kind of format. I opened doors for many people, even if they will not admit it. But you were one of the earlier folk who was like, yeah, no problem, let's do this. And you shared so much with us. And I remember this interview like it was yesterday, because you were speaking and then you just started sharing. And I also encourage folks that they could go back and they could look at the interview, because there's so many things I did not know about you. And I learned some things were a bit traumatic, to say the least. And obviously you've grown from that. You're now this big jazz singer. So it's been 7 years since our last conversation. I'm sure a lot has happened. I mean, we see it. We just the other day I shared a video of you on New York. Some guy interviewed you. You were on New York in your nice little white dandan, and you were walking down. And I don't know if you saw that interview. He was asking you about where you're from, in a nice some white guy, and he shared it on his platform. And Yes, you missed that. Did you miss?
I missed that.
I was shared with you. But it was I believe I shared it. DJ Flip the Boss shared it. A few people shared it. You know,
Okay.
and so now you're getting people, all random people are now catching up to you and seeing the work that you've done. Obviously, what do you see in terms of where you were 7 years ago to now in terms of your music? What has changed for you? Because sometimes we are very hard on ourselves and how our success is. And people might say, "Girl, so good, you're doing so good for yourself," and you're just like, "Girl, please, like you don't have no idea. Like I'm not even halfway where I need to be." What do you see?
Well, of course, it's all a journey. And I always say that I am a work in progress. And I've just been evolving into the artist that I know that I have within me regarding whether it's singing opera, singing jazz, singing musical theater, and acting and songwriting. I am evolving and opening like a lotus flower. So it's wonderful.
There's one big ass lotus flower. How would you say your identity as an artist has evolved since our first interview? Like how would you say that has it's evolved? Like because you mentioned opera, you mentioned jazz, but obviously I know a lot of artists dabble in a few things, including musicals and all of these things. Like
Yes.
you've done. So can you share with us a little bit about that?
So I have I'm going to be releasing my jazz EP entitled Caravan next week. I performed twice off Broadway at Theater Row on 42nd Street, which is basically a throws away from Broadway, in two major productions with strictly acting, no music. This is just straight
Really?
acting. Yes. Singing opera, performing at Carnegie Hall in 2022. Performing at Carnegie Hall again next month. A friend of mine has invited me to be part of her concert. Um, my first film, I got cast in my first feature-length film. I'm going to be playing one of the most vicious stage mothers ever, Magnolia Rose, and she is Sasha Magnolia, and it's coming out next year, and it's called Love and Bones, a Broadway story. So the three things that I love, from opera singing to jazz to acting, is all coming together and all hitting at one time.
Wow. Somebody's saying that you need to turn off your fan. If your fan is on, you need to turn it off because they're getting the feedback. I don't know.
If I turn this fan off,
You're
I
gonna
am
mess.
going to.
Try and probably push it further away from you to see if it that will work. Because it is affecting the audio on your phone or your device that we're viewing you from, and it's causing probably some unnecessary
Okay,
feedback. I actually made a suggestion. She said, "Do you have headphones? Headphones might help." I always making suggestions. Um, guys, we did do a test run, okay? So don't even
we did,
we did do it,
and the fan was on then too.
and we heard each other clearly. It was fine. Sometimes the internet be interneting, and we don't have a choice in what happens. Oftentimes. Now you wear many hats. You talk about being an opera singer, soprano, jazz singer, composer, playwright, actor. How have you been able to balance all those different creative roles?
Well, I balance it all by focusing on whichever I'm doing at the time. So this evening, after my interview with you, I'm going to be headed downtown to sing at Birdland, with the most one of the most iconic jazz clubs in the world. So I take it as it comes. So if I'm doing acting, it has all my focus. If I'm singing opera, it has all my focus. If I have jazz, it gets all my focus. So I just compartmentalize each of the different talents.
Mm, mm. You spoke about. I recall you saying something to the effect of how the pandemic helped you to unblock your creativity. What was actually the breakthrough moment for you during that time, and why did you feel like there was a block?
Well, I realized that the pandemic gave, I mean, everyone around the world a rare opportunity. I don't think we'll ever get this opportunity again in our lifetime where we have nothing to do. We basically cannot do nothing but just stay in our homes. So I realized that the things that I thought I worked on before in my past, the trauma that I experienced before, that I didn't really work on it, and this was the opportunity that I had to do it. And it would be the only opportunity that I would have to really focus on myself and do the work. And I did, and it was the best thing I did for myself, Jael. The best thing I did for myself.
So whereas some people were like the pandemic, you were like the pandemic.
The,
Wow.
I mean, it was horrible. I mean, I've never seen New York City shut down. I mean, you could have walked through Times Square and there was no one. Not a car, not a person, not anything. And in addition to that, I was the first responder for New York City. I was delivering masks, hand sanitizers, and gloves to the homeless population of Lower Manhattan. So it really gave me an opportunity not only to work on myself, but also to give back.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's really wonderful. Michael, I want to fast track because I see you melting and I don't want you to melt right before because I know it's hot. I know it's hot. But your skin is glowing while you're melting. Your skin is hello. It's glowing. But you headline Dominica's Jazz and Creole this me, and I mentioned that even in the introduction. And I really, I really felt like you shut it down because you were one of the few jazz singers, that when I say jazz, that this is the genre that you focus on. Because anybody can sing any genre, but this is your genre that you focus on. You really shut it down. What did that moment really mean to you, not just as a global artist, but also as a Dominican?
It was JL. It was fantastic. First of all, I was wearing a all Dominican outfit made by Belle Noir. So I felt totally, not only am I Dominican, but I'm wearing Dominican garb. It was fantastic. And to bring these standards that I love so much, that I sing all over the world, from Duke Ellington to Cole Porter to Irving Berlin. And I was a little afraid that maybe the audience would not like it as much, but they loved it. They loved it. You were right there. And it was wonderful. It was truly wonderful. I was so appreciative and felt the love, and I gave the love right back. So it was fantastic.
Why did you feel that they may not? Why did you? Because you say okay that they may not love it, but why did you think that they probably would not love it?
Well, because and there's nothing wrong with bouillon. I love bouillon music just as much as any other Dominican. But that is primarily the music that is played in Dominica. So I was just a little like, oh, I hope they really like it. I hope they love these songs just as much as I do. And they did. And they did. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
I think for Jazz and Curl has its audience. So in as much as we all, let me tell you, I love bouillon. But
Yes.
I also appreciate jazz music. So I feel like a lot of people, granted, some of us only came for the rum and the party because it was a lime, it was a fashion event, and I think it needs to be branded as such, as a fashion event, a fashion event with jazz, because the outfits and everything, and like you mentioned, you had a Belle Noir on. I had a Belle Noir on too.
Yeah.
Everybody was, and it's you could not talk about jazz without talking about the outfits. Like you had,
Right.
it came in the same sentence. It fell in the
Yes.
same sentence. So it really was really an extravaganza that included music and obviously culture and art and fashion. um a lot of people praised your performance. You received so much love and so much praise for your performance. When you stepped on the stage, how did you feel on the stage, and what was really going through your mind, besides the fact that you were worried that they might not appreciate it? Obviously you have to switch your mind onto game time.
Right.
What was
Yes.
going on through your mind on stage that the moment you heard the first beat and you were ready to start singing?
Well, JL, the minute I get on stage, all of that is behind me because on stage is where I live. That's my home. So I got on stage and I just ate up that stage and I just was just giving it to the audience, especially the St. Louis blues, the blues song, and I got rhythm and fever. It was yeah, no apprehension
One,
whatsoever once I touched the stage.
well, some people called it called your set master class, eh? Um, And what do you hope that people took away from your performance besides just, obviously you were one of the, I believe you were one of two exclusive jazz singers, on the lineup. Um, and they called it a masterclass. Like people called it a masterclass. How do you feel, or what do you hope that people took away from that performance?
I hope people took away that this music is not only is it timeless, but it is forever, and anyone from any demographic can listen to it, can enjoy it, can take something away from it. These lyrics live forever. This is why they're called standards. It's because anyone can relate to it. You know, like for instance, St. Louis Blues. A song about my man done left me for some other woman. Hello, that's a timeless tale that anyone can relate to it. I got rhythm. I got rhythm. I got music. I got my man who could ask for anything more. You know, it's just music that just it lives.
Wow, that's beautiful. Um, Iola saying you. I guess you're sweating. Iola, we're gonna give her a break for her to go and you know, put on the fan, and if you do have headphones, probably you can grab that too.
Okay.
We'll take a short break. We'll take a very short break, and you'll get cooled off a little bit. Um, and pay the bills. In the meantime, I want to encourage folks. So I'm gonna put you off camera while I encourage folks, so you can get cooled off. And if you do have headphones, grab them as well, just so we can see if that's what's causing it and if that can change. So we'll be right back. But in the meantime, I want to ask folks on here if you have any questions for Mara Claire. If you saw her performance at Jazz and Creole, if you enjoyed the performance, I want you to give us some feedback. Let us know how you appreciated it and what were some of the songs that you enjoyed most during her performance. Um just just let us in on the deets. Let us know why you love jazz music. Let us know what you appreciate about Marie Claire. Marie Claire's been doing this for so many years, and now to finally end up on the stage, in Dominica, in her home country, in such a magnificent way. It was wonderful to see her on stage. We're going to take a short break, a very, very short break. We're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to be talking more with Marie-Claire Giraud, who is our superstar jazz and opera singer out of 767. We're paying some bills. We're coming back.
I get up.
Boy, I hungry.
Wait, consider.
Take advantage of Perky's Pizza's college student discount. Spend $10 to $50 and get 10% off, or spend 51 and up for a 15% discount. Flash your ID and save big today.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back. We're back. I love how MC is so knowledgeable about reaching. She gives intimate glimpses, which anyone in the audience can relate to, and it makes you react or respect her as an artist because she knows her fit. Tara is saying, I saw her at Caribbean Showcase in New York, and she was amazing. Where Marika, Giraud, Marika, where are you better?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
So much clearer. Oh my god.
Okay, I have the. I put my headphones in.
I saw that. And
Yes.
so much, no crackling, none of the above.
None of the above.
You did a little hair shake and you put back on your fan, and we're not
Yeah.
having interruption. You know,
Yes.
we're good to go. So
Yes.
while we were in the break, some compliments were coming in for you. I was reading out loud. I don't know if you heard. Tara said she saw you at Caribbean Showcase in New York. You were absolutely amazing. And Ayola was adding that. She loves how you're so knowledgeable about reaching. You give intimate glimpses which anyone in the audience can relate to. Yeah, you like to, you talk you. I love the way you kind of prep for the song, like you give a
Yes.
so you
Yes.
that's something that you probably adopted, or is that something that you just naturally do?
It's something that I just naturally do. I always something that I've always done. Yes.
Why do you think that's important for the audience?
Because I think sometimes in any it doesn't matter the audience that you're performing for, it's good to let them know because sometimes they might not necessarily know the music or the song that you're singing. So it's good to give them a background story, tell them a little about the composer, when the song was written. Was it written for a movie? Was it written for a particular singer or actor? The time, what was going on in that time? What do the lyrics mean? So it's always good to give them a little something and they enjoy it even more.
Yes, that is so true, because then it makes it more relatable.
Yes,
That
yes.
you can say, "Oh, that's what was going on. I didn't know. I didn't realize that. Oh, I've heard that song so many times in different movies, and I didn't even know that it was not even created for the movie. It was created for something else
Yes.
different, you know." And so, yeah, that is. So, thank you very much for dropping that, Iola. Is acting someone? Tara wants to know, is acting something you always wanted to do?
Oddly enough, acting is something that I didn't even think about before until I was approached by a director who gave me a scholarship to HB Acting Studio, which is an iconic acting school in New York, where I got a scholarship. And I just started to audition, and I got one thing after another thing after another thing. Strictly acting, no music involved, just acting. And I love it. And I love it because as a few directors have told me, since I sing opera and I've sing in full productions of opera, I'm basically acting because I'm basically playing a character, even though I'm singing. So I am acting. So
So
I've always been acting.
it's a very easy transition. In other words,
Yes, yes,
it's not like
yes.
you're going out of your way. It's just
No.
a very very. You've written musical. You work on screenplays, EPs, novel. What is currently lighting your creative fire?
So right now I'm about to release my jazz album entitled Caravan that I'm so excited about this album. I've worked on it so hard. I worked with some incredible musicians. We recorded it in Boston, and I cannot wait for the world to hear this album because I'm so proud of it. I'm really proud of it, and it's beautiful. And it's not that I'm tooting my own horn. It's just that it's that good.
Wow.
It's that good.
Is
Yes.
it all original pieces that like, and how many songs will be
It
on that?
has it has two original songs, and the rest are standards by Duke Ellington, Irving Berlin, Fats Waller, and George Gershwin.
Wow. And how many songs we can expect on?
Six, six.
Nice. So that
Yes,
comes out next week.
next week on all platforms.
Wonderful. How does it? I mean,
Yes.
you obviously you feel like you're choosing your own horn, or you might say that and you say it's wonderful. why did you decide at this point to actually, release an album?
Well, Plaid Dog Records in Boston, they actually approached me, and they pick artists that they like to work with, and they found me, emailed me, and they said that they really like what they hear, and they would like to help produce a full length album. And it was a great opportunity because I was able to go up to Boston, work with these incredible musicians for the Berklee School of Music, and it was really the first time that I was in a studio and the musicians were listening to my vision, the way I saw it, the way I wanted the songs to be. And the only time they interjected was when they thought they could add something to make it better. And it was just a wonderful process. Wonderful process.
That's what happens when you work with professionals.
Hey.
Oh, wow, wow. So out of all mediums you work in, which one would you say you feel the most comfortable in, and which one still scares you in a good way?
Um, I'm most comfortable singing jazz. The one that I'm comfortable in that scares me is opera because you need to have complete and utter control of your instrument, and you have to be so laser focused. There is no room for a misstep in that. No room at all.
Wow. So you feel like
Yes.
you can play a little bit with jazz. You can still.
Yeah, I can just improvise and do my little thing and my interpretation. No interpretation in opera. You got to do it exactly the way the composer wrote it.
Why did you want to do opera? Because opera was one of the first things that you started. Like you actually went to school for it.
Opera,
And I'm curious to know because you know
yes,
you and I'm going back from our interview, and I did not go back to listen to the interview, right?
yes,
So I just remember certain things from that interview, I guess, because it was a really good, meaningful interview for me. But I
yes,
remember you're saying that you were born in New York, you were born in the States, you grew up in Dominica for most of your childhood. And to me, it's like when you're growing up in Dominica, like nobody's thinking about going and sing opera. Like, I mean, how many children they may want to go and sing bouillon, but that was still probably when you were growing up. Bouillon music was still probably just a pastime, something you're going
right.
to to feel in your. It was a hobby. It was not even considered a thing like it is now. Like
Yes.
part of it's part of the entertainment industry now. What made you what why did you decide? And I remember asking you that question, you answered it then. But I feel like because we're speaking about music now, I feel like it's important for me to bring it back up. Why did you want to sing opera?
Well, well, just to give you a little correction, I was born in Dominica and raised in New York.
Reverse. Yes,
Yes,
that's
the reverse.
yeah.
And um, I've always loved classical music. My brother and I studied classical piano as children, so classical music was a part of our lives, as well as lots of other genres of music. And then I got the opportunity to hear an opera for the first time when I was living in Austin, Texas, and it just blew my mind. It just blew my mind. And I said, that's what I want to do. In addition to singing jazz, I want to pursue this because it is the highest form, it is the highest art form for me. It combines theater, it combines music, it combines costume, lighting, stage, it combines everything in this form, in this genre.
Wow.
It's everything. And on top of that, incredible music sung in incredible languages. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Wow. So yeah, thanks for correcting me on the reverse of
It's okay.
you being, but obviously, you you write, you act, you sing. What is one truth that you've learned on this journey that you wish someone had told you earlier?
Listen to yourself. Trust your instincts. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the noise of other people. Listen to yourself.
Do you feel like there was a lot of noise that kind of
Oh,
hindered your
oh
progress?
my God. Coming from a
Actor,
Caribbean family, that the arts is something that other people do, that we don't do because, you have to be secure, you have to get your pension and social security, and you have to be financially, stable. The artistic world is just, it's not stable. And there are no guarantees, but there are no guarantees in life regardless.
Regardless.
Um, so I just, but regardless of that, of all the people who said that I couldn't do it and I wouldn't do it and whatever, I never gave up. And I just put one foot in front of the other and just kept it moving. Just keep it moving.
Mm. If we had to fast forward another 7 years, what would you want Marie-Claire Giraud 2032 to look back on with pride?
You go, girl, with your bad self. You did it. Yes. And you kept it moving. You just did not give up. Because you can't
Wow.
give up on your dream. You can't give up on your dream, JL. You can't give it up. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep doing it every day. Even if it's a little bit every day, you have to keep doing it.
Well,
Because
there.
you never know when you're gonna get that opportunity. You never know when that opportunity is gonna come.
Mhm. And opportunity is lost cannot be regained, right?
That's right. And I live in New York City where opportunities are basically falling from the sky. Because you never know who you're gonna meet when you leave your house in New York City.
Yeah, we had a whole video of you, like a whole
Yeah.
interview. We see the interview before you, you know. This is just the point of our interview where we well, we're going to get into our rapid fire questions where we
Yes.
we ask a slew of questions, and the first thing that comes to mind, you have to respond. So very
I
little.
love it. I love it.
But before we do that, I want to encourage
Yes.
folks, if they have any questions, they can chime in. They can feel free to come on and have any questions or any comments or any congratulatory words that they want to, wishes, whatever they want to share with you. I want to encourage folks to do it now so that when we're done with the rapid question, we can pull these up. And I want to ask you before we get into the rapid questions, what can fans
Yes.
expect from you next year? Obviously, we know that you are doing your album comes out in a week. You mentioned at the start a movie that you're going to be or a Broadway play. I think you said you were going to be Love and Something Bones. I just remember that you saying that, but
Yes.
a little bit of there was a little bit of jumping in the line, and I didn't get to
Yes.
hear clearly, and I'm sure other
Yes.
folks might want to hear. So, can you fill us in on where we can see you, what we can expect from you in the next
Yes.
year?
Well, my album is coming out, and that's next week. So that will be streaming everywhere on the radio and on all platforms. And I'm starring in the movie Love and Bones, a Broadway story. We start filming in March of next year. We're starting to rehearse in September. We had our first reading last week, which was amazing. I love the creative process, and yeah, and there's more. So once the album is released, there's lots of more stuff that's coming, but I can't say it yet, so I'll tell you later.
On tour, okay, we'll tell you. We'll tell you later. We're just gonna have to wait
Yes,
and
yes.
follow Marie Claire everywhere. Marie
Oh,
Claire is.
also, JL, I am number two in America's Next Top Hitmaker, and the winner of that performs at the Global Citizen Concert in Central Park in September,
Wow. So
and I'm
you're
number two.
and how do people get you to number one? Vote? Is it a voting thing?
Voting. It's a voting thing. It's a
And what do
voting
people vote
thing.
for you? Is it something that only Americans can vote? Or
No, no, you can vote from all over the world.
oh,
I can send you the link.
you gotta give us
Yes,
information so we can make
yes,
you win. Like
yes,
like Dominicans, when you see Dominicans in something, we want you to win it. My girl. We
yeah,
don't you know what we don't play. You need to send that to us and let
yes,
us know so we can publish it, so we can share it. So
yes.
I mean I have a whole 85K followers. You know,
Oh, please. Yeah, I need all of them to vote. Yes.
right? Try and get all of them to vote for you so you can win, because it would be so much pride to have you win this as a Dominican. We don't
Oh
play
my God.
as a Dominican, as a woman, that would be a wonderful opportunity. So we
Yes.
definitely want to support you on that, and let us know how we can do that. Send us the link. Iola, send us the link if you have it before.
Yes.
Send us the link so I can even share it and update this so people can vote for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Link, as well as I'll post it in the comment section so people can go and vote with you. If everybody votes for you, that will be absolutely wonderful. You ready for the rapid fire questions?
Ready?
All right, let's go. Jazz or
Okay.
opera?
Oh, jazz.
You mentioned legends and icons during your performance at Jazz and Creole. Name your top three jazz artists today.
Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Nancy Wilson,
Nice. Who's one artist, dead or alive, that you will kill to do a duet with?
Prince.
Girl! Girl! That would have been. Let me tell you, I love me some Prince. I
Ooh,
I love me some Purple Rain.
girl,
I
girl. I
love me
mean,
some Prince. Prince, you better come back
Lord.
to make this happen. Oh my God, come back. One
Yes.
word people always use to describe you that you secretly love.
Ooh, effervescent.
You thinking too much. You
I
thinking
know,
too
I know,
much.
I know.
Your pre-show ritual that you can't skip.
Oh my God, drinking lots of water. Room
Mm.
temperature water with a little bit of lemon.
Mm. Big stage or intimate room? What's your vibe?
Both. Sorry.
That's a hard one, right?
That's a hard one. Both. I'm sorry, I can't choose.
What's one thing people would never guess about you?
I love archaeology. I love history.
You do?
Yes. Yes. I'm a history buff fanatic. Yes. Yes.
That is why you always feel the need to put that in the intros of your songs. You realize
That's
that?
why. Yes. Yes. I'm always, yes. Always
Definitely
digging. Yeah.
is definitely it. Someone wants to know, Tara wants to know, what is your beauty regime?
you have to wash your face before you go to bed every night. Doesn't matter how tired you are. You got to get that dirt off your face. Even if you splash water on your face. A facial once a month is mandatory.
For you, eh?
Yeah, once a month for anybody. Once a month, a facial, just do it. Just put that money aside because you will reap the benefits of it.
Mm, um,
Lots of water.
lots.
They,
2.5 gallons a
yes,
day.
yes, yes.
Yes. People always ask me, how your skin looks so good? The
Yeah,
water.
water.
It's
Yes.
water. It's the water. All right, well, let's put trying to put out your business. She said you love her, you some ramping shop,
Oh
right?
my God. Why?
You gonna sing some ramping shop for us?
I will not.
You gonna sing some ramping shop for us? This is run the track and talk it. I can put it on. I can pull it on. I will
No,
help you. I
please
know the
don't.
lyrics, you
No,
know.
I
I
don't
know
know
it.
the lyrics.
You don't know the lyrics? So how you like ramping shop and you don't know the
I,
lyrics?
I know some of the
Every
lyrics,
girl
but I
grab
don't.
a man, and every man grab a girl. Man to man, girl to girl. Standing. All night. Feel like sunlight when you coming on me ramping shop.
Ramen shop. There we go.
What else is happening in the chats? I let me sell you out. Oh gosh, she
She
sell out.
sure did. Oh my God.
Somebody wants to know about summertime. Tell us about summertime.
Ooh, Summertime. Summertime was written by the Gershwins for their opera Porgy and Bess. And Summertime, people have very mixed emotions about Summertime, because it was written, the Gershwins wrote it for Black people, about Black people, and only Black people can perform Porgy and Bess. So it's in George Gershwin's will, it's in his will
Oh my god.
that only Black people of African descent can sing Porgy and Bess. And if the George Gershwin estate finds out it's being performed by people of races, they're
Wow.
yes, yes. And I like to sing summer
Why was that? Why was that?
because at the time that the Gershwins were around, this is it was 1910s, 1920s, 1930s. It was very hard for African Americans. It's a bit easier now, but back then it was extremely hard. Not that many opportunities. So the Gershwins wrote this opera to give Black people the opportunity to perform on the stage in this particular piece.
Wow, wow, that's some good history, some good
Yes,
opera history um,
yes.
for us right
And
here.
it's the most recorded song ever.
Really?
I mean, Summertime has been recorded by not only operatically, not only by jazz artists, rock, blues, punk, you name it. It's the most recorded song ever.
Give us a rendition of Summertime.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
That is also Broadway and all we know it. That is why she on Broadway and all you know it. Margaret, it has been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you,
I
darling.
I want you to drop any details, any places where people can follow you. I
Yes,
believe Iola dropped the link to the tophitmaker.org, and I'm going to share that in the I'll share it
yes,
in the link so people can
yes.
see it. I'm also sharing it right now on all the platforms that this is being viewed, so everybody
Oh,
will get.
wonderful. Thank you so
Um,
much.
you're welcome, and I'll also do. I'll get. We'll do a link. A specific share for you. On
Yeah,
my page, so that people
yes.
can vote for. When does the voting end? For that.
It has different rounds. So the next, oh, so I'm in the top 10 right now. To get me to keep me there for the top five, we have to vote until Thursday. So I need all the votes I can get from
So
now until Thursday.
that is easy, because I mean, I did end up in Caribbean Music Awards on voting, so we don't
And,
play.
and, and I'm hoping to see you there, darling.
We don't play. Listen, we don't play. So tell us where we can find you, where we can capture your content, where we can see where will you be playing next, performing next. Give us a little bit of your details and where we can follow you.
I'm usually at Birdland probably every Monday, and then at Dizzy's Jazz Lincoln Center on Fridays at their jam sessions at Birdland and at Dizzy's. Instagram Mary Claire Marie_Claire plus. My website www.maryclaire.com and Facebook Mary Claire Giraud.
Wonderful. And don't forget, guys, go vote for her.
Yes, vote, vote,
Remain,
vote.
remain in the top 10. So every week they flip it and they
Yes,
vote.
yes.
They
So the
flip it.
next thing is the top five, and then it's the semifinals and the end of September to perform at Global Citizen.
Wow, that's easy. We can win that easy, right, Dominicans? We can win that. Monica, it was wonderful having you on. Thanks.
Thank you, JL, so much for having me. Thank you.
You're most welcome. And look at how the wind just cool you down and your skin.
Ah,
It was wonderful speaking with you. Take care, soon.
okay. Take care. Okay,
All
bye
right.
bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. That was Mary Claire. It was so wonderful to have her stop off here on Run the Track and talk. Somebody that you gotta watch. Keep watching, keep looking, because she is definitely doing big things in her genre, and we always look forward to hearing about what she's up to, where her music is at, and don't forget she's coming up with an album next week, and you can stream that on all platforms. Look up for her movie coming out next year. And of course, go vote, tophitmaker.org for Marie Claire Giraud for 2025 to perform in September. I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors. Thank you very much to my producer. Let me tell you, my producer is one of the hardest working producers on the planet. I want to big up my producer, Samaj. Thank you very much, Samaj, for always being on top of it. Samaj is like, this week, Jael, we're doing a show. We're doing a show this week, okay? We're doing a show. So today we had Marie Claire. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about mental health in men specifically. We're going to be talking about that, so stay tuned for that. And on Wednesday, we got a doctor coming in. So stay tuned for that. I want to encourage you guys to follow, like, subscribe, especially on YouTube, because coming new season, we're mostly going to be using YouTube. So please subscribe, to our YouTube channel because that's where most of our shows will be. We will share the footage on Facebook, but majority of them will be done on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Those of you who tuned in, I truly appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, same time, same place. Don't touch the dial. I'll see you next time. Of course, feel free to support me however you can, whether it is by PayPal, whether it's by Patreon. You could literally support me for $1 a month, right? I encourage you guys to support me at patreon.com/ Jael Joseph. That's Patreon, patreon.com/ Jael Joseph. I will drop the information right at the top for you so you can see. That's how you can support me. I truly appreciate all those of you who support. Those of you who are already supporting, obviously you get my little personal messages. So I want to say thank you very much to you for continuing to support. Don't forget, my merch store is back open. Listen, a Black Island Girl is back on track, right? So go ahead and shop at blackislandgirl.com. You can get your t-shirts, your sweatshirts, your well no, no it's too hot for sweatshirts, but you can get your bucket hats, keep your head covered from the sun, your caps, your tumblers, your mugs. You can get them right there anytime. Say Nigeria, guys. Thank you very much for joining and see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. See you next time.